What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to what has become a clown show. Actually, you know what the weird part is? I predicted a crazy international break, and after the board getting sacked, Pogba doing doping, and Fajoli betting on I don't know his friends basically. Uh, I never imagined it could get any worse, but we topped it. You know, we actually managed to top it this weekend with I don't know 1,000 stories changing every single minute, but the end result it's the same. It's a complete mess at the club. So that's what we're gonna talk about. First off, how are you guys doing personally?
Haha. Well, um, my daughter was puking now, and I don't know. She ate something bad, so finally she's in bed. So that's good. Other than that, yeah, Turkey beat Hungary with yeah, complete shit show. So that's that. And yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to be honest, a little bit, and it feels wrong to be excited, but I am.
Yeah, I'm with Norbert. I'm oddly excited about what's to
Yeah,
come, but
yeah.
yeah, other than that, personally, I've been away for I think almost over 2 weeks. Loads of
Yeah.
deadlines and all that, and still more to come. So yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm doing well as well. A lot of studying and sit stuff. But yeah, I'm not like the others, like so excited for what's happening. More like worried, to be honest. But let's see.
Well, it's good that you guys say that you're kind of semi excited because that will balance out the things I'm gonna say today. So it's good that you guys are on. Otherwise, I probably will get canceled in this video. It happened in the past, not with me. I think it was with Julian was on, and YouTube took the video down. Not sure why. Maybe a bit, but I'm at that level right now because uh, I will ask the basic question without going into depth. What do you think about? Because we will go step by step, and tackle every topic in time. But what is your just general feel like watching everything unfold? Like, if you need one word to describe your general feeling right now, because my word is disgusting. Right now, I cannot recognize the club one bit because I say on Friday there's maybe 1% DNA left that died, in my opinion, this weekend with all the things that came out. Maybe that 1% is Tudor who's coming back. But that's how I feel right now. Without going into specifics at the moment, that's how I feel. But Norbert, like you said,
Yeah.
maybe a bit excited.
Yeah, so I would say it's a shit show for sure. That's my word, shit show. So now news little pieces or crumbles are coming out that they were actually thinking about sacking him, like right after the Fiorentina game. But then things came up like okay, maybe we should sack him after the 1st of April, so the financial year, the next financial year absorbs the minus 20 15 to 20 million. um, and also the fact that Giuntoli really wanted Mancini, and then then I don't know what it is, but I hate when owners telling a sports director or a director of sport what to do, and this is what happened because Erkan said no, 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 we're getting Tudor, and I think it's really it's crazy. And if I would be Giuntoli, I would leave with Motta, because no director of sport in the right mindset would stay after this. What happened to him? What they did to him?
Well, actually,
And yeah,
actually, no sporting director should be in a job by now. Like, let alone walking, you
yeah,
should be sacked by Elcon as well. Like, that's
yeah.
that's my 2 cents because no, you keep talking because I
No, it's
want.
just yeah, like they were having meetings and meetings and meetings, and they were waiting and waiting, and then it was like, okay, they're gonna sack Motta after the Genoa game, which I thought, I think all of us thought it's insane. Like, do it like now. We have 2 weeks international break. Do it now if you do it, and if you don't do it, then don't do it at all. There's no point at that. So I don't know. I feel like how the club is like a chaos. To be honest, I feel like with Tudor we have a chance to reach the 4th spot, but with Motta no chance, because nothing would change, and now there is no way back, or there was no way back with Motta. So yeah, Tudor, Juventino, he has the mentality, he has the right mindset, I believe, and he showed it that he can do it with Lazio. That's what he did. 11 games, he lost only 2. One of them was against Juve in the Coppa. So I really trust him. He can do it, and I'm kind of excited about the formation as well, to be honest. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to be negative all the time, and I don't want to cry about things. It's really shitty what's going on at the club, but right now I want to be happy about Tudor, and I want to look forward, and hopefully in summer we're gonna have new ownership, new president, new everything, because this is disgusting what's going on up top, and this is not what Juventus is, or Juventus was in the past. So it's really chaotic. But yeah, Tudor, let's go. I think he can bring something in that was missing, and he knows what Juventus is, and obviously Motta didn't know, and yeah. But also, if that's true, what was it? Gazzetta reported about Giuntoli.
Yeah, we will get into that a bit later
So
on.
yeah. I said everything. Like I don't like any of those mofos up top. Giuntoli has to go as well, and yeah. But right now, I'm happy with Tudor, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm on literally, me and Norbert are on the same boat, sailing the same way. It's, obviously, what happened the last week was an absolute mess. Like, it just shows how dysfunctional of a club we are from every single level. Yes, I said I'm happy that, it's Tudor that came and not Mancini. And eventually we'll get into why, long term, why I'm happy that it's Tudor and that came in now and stuff. But I just feel like sacking Motta was just inevitable. The whole merry-go-round of, oh, is it gonna be now? Is it gonna be after Genoa? Is it gonna be this or that? The fact that up until like 3 days ago, I was thinking, oh snap, we're gonna watch the Genoa game, and Motta, the players, everyone is gonna know that after this is gone. So it's basically on the beach managing like that game. So like if you're gonna sack him, just sack him now, and that's what they did. But it is a bad look, and it's a real shame, I must say, because like obviously he wasn't perfect and everything, but lots of things also didn't go his way, and I'm really genuinely, honestly, I really feel for him. I'm bummed out that it didn't work out, and obviously we all wanted it to work out. Who wouldn't? But yeah, in the summer we need like changes in a deep level, from like the players to the board, especially the board, new ownership, the new sporting director. It seems like since Giuntoli didn't have the power to select the interim coach, which is crazy to me. But yeah, I just think it's an absolute mess. But I hope and pray that this mess is resolved, and Tudor eventually another manager, which I know we'll get into, but I hope is Conte, would fix that eventually down the line, and we could be a serious club again.
Spiros, what do you think? What like? Can you hear me?
First of all,
Okay.
Sorry?
Yeah, you go.
Okay. First of all, I'm really disappointed because I think the players won. Like they actually got him sacked. I think he actually deserved to be sacked, and I think it was the right decision to sack him. but because of this kind of players, like I would probably have kept him because I think, like, what's the point? I don't know. I think might have a bigger chance to make top four with Tudor, but then again, I don't know. Like these players, like are very like I don't get them. So very unprofessional, very I don't know. So yeah, mixed feelings, very worried to be honest. I think Giuntoli should get the fuck out as well. um, yeah, I was not like really surprised that Delcan decided to get Tudor and not listen to Giuntoli. Like I don't know, I think the writing is on the wall. So yeah, let's see the first game. I don't have really big expectations.
I mean,
Let's hope just we get a foreign. Let's see. I don't know.
Let's-
That's the best we can hope for by now.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah, let's split the show up in three things, like Giuntoli, Motta, and Tudor, because those are the main players, basically. Let's start off with Giuntoli. Because, like you said, just hope. It's hope right now because nobody believes. Like, we're not getting top four. I'm not going to change my opinion on that because I cannot trust these players. I cannot trust any of these players at all. What I've seen today tells me enough, tells me more than enough. Like the pressure Tudor is on, or any other coach coming in, is insane. What we are asking him to do is insane. Like it is what it is. With 9 games to go, with those performances of the players who just said F this, like right now it's hope. Like there's hope. And Norbert, you said I don't always want to be negative. Me neither. But if I'm being positive for now, if I start being positive right now, I will be lying and I will be acting, on camera. There's nothing to be positive about. Absolutely nothing. I'm gonna be completely honest right now. I have nothing against Tudor, by the way. I have nothing against, because in year 2, 3 of Allegri, it was like towards the back, and I'm like, move and let Tudor do the job, because I'm like, it's a lost cause anyway. But that was 3 years into it. He had plenty of time, a lot of time. And like Spiro said, the players won. The players just won. That's why I'm actually disgusted with these players. Like ex-players and players currently liking stuff. I'm like, you're gone. Like you have been rubbish. You have absolutely mean nothing for this club. With all due respect, because I like Chiesa, 20 years from now, I'm not going to talk about Chiesa playing for this club because you have not done anything noticeable that I will remember you. I'm sorry. Like scoring a couple goals, it's not going to stick to me. Like if people want to back these players over the club, then I'm out, because I've seen real players, real men play for this club, not these. I don't know, bunch of weak, whatever. When I see stuff like that, and that's why I will bring it to Giuntoli, because everybody attacking the club, he allowed it. Like it stems down from him. Chiesa liking crap and whatever, sitting on the bench, playing with the under 23s from Liverpool, liking stuff. His father coming out saying it was a good move. I'm like, you're not playing. You're not even in line to get a medal if Liverpool win the league right now officially, because you haven't played enough. That's the world we're living right now, and it's not really to call out Chiesa, because I like him as a player and as a person, basically. But when I see crap like that and it gets defended, I'm like, check me out. Check me out, because we signed Gonzalez. Yeah, it was a mistake. It wasn't a mistake to move out Chiesa. He was rubbish last year and he's injured, and he was on a lot of money. The focus of the club and basically the fan base is gone to shit. The standards are completely on the floor. I don't care. Like, I actually care that there's no consistency, and Giuntoli signed off to something and said, screw this, and threw Motta under the bus. That's my problem, because it's like, it screams, I have no clue what I'm doing. And I have no clue, or I don't believe what I'm doing, which is even worse. That is the problem, more so than Motta getting sacked, because I want to win. If that's with Motta, if that's with Tudor, if that's with freaking Del Neri coming back and winning, I don't care. I want to win. Some people care about the name on the bench, whatever. I just want to win. Same goes for the players. If you're not winning me stuff, I don't care about you. Get out.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But it all comes down from Giuntoli. And that's the first topic I want to talk about, because a lot of things happened over the weekend. The big takeaway is he's a coward. That's one. I'm sorry, because people are like, I don't believe the Gazzetta quote. I need to believe the Gazzetta quote. I actually need to believe it, because actually how insane it sounds very realistic at the same time for Giuntoli. The way he has moved and not back Motta, and all the news coming out, was just insane, whilst he's still the coach. He's still the coach of the club right now. And to allow all that news to come out is extremely disrespectful. That's why I need to believe that quote 100%. And when I read those stuff, I'm like, you're not taking any blame. You're just throwing Motta under it and letting everyone pile on it. And some actually are moving away from the Giuntoli stuff and the management stuff and all piling on Motta, who, by the way, I'm not claiming he's done a fantastic job, because that's ridiculous. I think he won like 30% of the games he played this season. That's not enough. Everybody knows that. Like, nobody's denying that. But all the things coming out, Alcon coming in and saying, screw you. And actually, I get Alcon. You said you didn't get it, Norbert. I understand your point of view, but I also understand Alcon to step in and be like, buddy, I gave you carte blanche. You can do whatever you want. And 8 months later, you're telling me it's done? Then I cannot trust you with the next one. I can't. Agnelli did that when Motta, when Beppe Marotta's brother in was at Ciro Ferrara and all those guys. He stepped in and he's like, no, it's Conte right now. And after Conte left, he said, it's Allegri. He made those decisions. He also made the decision to bring Allegri back after he allowed others to pick Pirlo and Sarri. So it goes both ways. But I understand Alcon coming in and being like, no, we're not going to do this right now. Until the end of the season, you figure it out with that guy who's earning also for 9 games, 500,000, which is crazy, by the way, but that's a different discussion. And I understand that he doesn't trust Giuntoli. Because if you do that, you tell the world your job is not safe whatsoever. It's not safe, nor should it be safe, by the way. Because you fail to start a project, or you succeed to start a project, but you fail to stick with it. 3-year project, you give up after 8 months. That's one. 2, the players, the deals we have done are horrible. That's 2. And 3, you fail to communicate on a proper way, which completely rattled the fan base. Like, completely. Me included, like everybody included. It's a madness. It's so mad that the Curva Sud almost announced already that they're coming back because they signed Tudor. Done nothing for the club, but he played for the club, so they will be back. Like, that is the state of the club right now. So my question is, what do you think about everything that's coming out from Giuntoli? And people, I will read out the comments after this, after the 3 persons spoke, and like the video. But my question is, what do you think about all the news surrounding Giuntoli? And 2, do you believe he will survive solo in the summer? Meaning, he will still be in full power, or do you think people will be added to it so power kind of gets removed a little bit from him and he needs to focus on one thing solely?
Yeah, I don't think he will stay after this.
Well, wait, let me add something. Do you think he will be moved out even before the transfer window? Because if that's the case, then that needs to be announced, about now, because the new guy needs to, be bedded in, basically. That's why I think it's not going to happen. Or do you think it's going to happen after the summer?
I think he possibly stays for for maybe until the end of the season, because then there is the Club World Cup and all that stuff. So I don't know. But yeah, I just don't see his future at the club right now after all this and everything is coming out, and that basically he doesn't really have much say on who's the coach, which is crazy. But I kind of I don't know. Everything is about money. Like, everyone was just really afraid that if Motta stays, and we lose the 60 million, and I mean, and he's not making the Champions League, which I'm pretty sure we wouldn't with him. That we lose all the money, and project, long-term project, okay, but we can't lose that much money. And they were truly expecting, with the amount of money we spent and that the players they brought in, that we're gonna make top 4, but it didn't really look like it. And my question also is like, okay, now all these players, if it was Motta's ask, like Motta asked for these players, then that's bad. If Giuntoli brought them in without the coach, then that's also bad. So like, I don't know. So yeah, Giuntoli, I feel like Giuntoli has to go. He failed as well, obviously. The players failed. The money he spent just didn't work out. So yeah, he should go. I think sooner the better, because what's the point? But we will see.
Yeah, I also don't see his future here anytime soon. Like, if I think in the summer there's gonna be a big overhaul with big moves in the higher ups, but in the unlikely event that he stays, I think he would stay, but have less of a say in transfers, or having the final say in who we sign, like that sort of thing. But if you're gonna do that, then like Norbert said, what's the point? It just kind of holds you back in a way. And yeah, but to sum everything up, it just I can't see him staying, especially after the fact, because like a sporting director having his job like done for him by the management is like, shows me, yeah, your time is up, buddy. So yeah, I don't see him staying.
Yeah, I agree. I think his time is up. I don't really see him staying. Maybe without any real power, but yeah, I don't see that happening, to be honest. Yeah, it's very, yeah, I don't know. It's the correct decision, but it's also a bit boring as well. Like, when are we going to find a new sporting director? Like, when is he coming in? Are we going to do transfers? I don't think so. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I don't know the reason, but
Actually, what makes it worse, I have the Spain game on, and Houston is playing insanely good, and he has an insane
Yeah,
assist to
I know.
Yamal, which makes it kind of worse at all. But like, he is in charge to build the team, whatever the project, and he built something, but yeah, I don't know what he built. Like, literally, I think nobody has a clue. Like, to make such a change, with players and all those things, and after 8 months, you're like, it's done. Like, I'm looking at the players as well. Like what's it, Colomani, for example? Like, I know he's on loan, but he must thinking like, what the f is this? Basically, like, it's a insane it's an insane situation. Let me see what people are saying. I think the job was too big for Motta. I do not agree that Giuntoli should leave. He fixed the books, and next year will focus on sporting side only. I like Giuntoli. He fixed the books, but he cooked the squad. So yeah, as a fan, I'm like, that's the only thing that matters to me. That's what it is. Giuntoli fixed the books the wrong way. He failed on almost all the signings. He's a disaster so far. I'm actually really excited about Tudor. I wanted him at the club since 22. His Hellas Verona team was a joy to watch, and I sincerely hope he turns our fortunes around while getting that extra year. We will talk about Tudor in the next topics. Moving out Chiesa wasn't a bad move. It was replacing him with Nico. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, but yeah. Tudor plays an expensive brand of football. With our squad defensively poor, is that kind of small? We will tackle that in a bit. People think Giuntoli is gone, or some might not think he's gone as well. I believe we have good players, but we haven't been used properly. Motta's ideas take time to be established, and Juve do not have that. Giuntoli should. Yeah, but that's crazy, because you knew what you were gonna get. That's why you gave him a 3-year deal, right? Like, that's the weird stuff to me. I'm not saying it was good, but like, that's what makes it so weird to me. We will hire as a new sporting director. Too much money spent, in my opinion, for good players, and Malta couldn't get the best of them. Well, we will see if these bunch of what will show up, because I said it.
Bitches.
I said it during the like I said it a couple of days ago. I never hated a group of players more than this one. And because the players who are crying have absolutely won Jack, you know what, and they're crying. I'm like, what the hell are you crying about? Who told you you hold that power? Like, I don't know. It's because the club is weak. Because in a normal situation, when that the first time occurred, management steps in the locker room. They're like, you're gone before the coach, so fix up, because this is what it is. But they all allowed this to happen. Like, when I see players like, and actually they're getting defended, like Gatti crying, and I'm like, man, it's a miracle you play for this club. Like, that's what frustrates me even more. These players are getting backed by the fans. Oh, you're entitled to. I'm like, you shouldn't be playing for this club. That's what's doing my head in. Like Tudor, like, or we have had so much better players who are sitting on the bench rather than starting. The players who are starting, a lot of them are playing and making a fuss, shouldn't even be playing for this great club. And the weird, the like, if they do, I'm fine. But the messed up part is they're getting backed by the fan base, and I'm like, when did you all start watching? Have you seen a great Juve? Because at times I don't believe many have seen a great Juve. And with great, I'm not saying go back 20 years. Go back 8 years, 7 years. I don't like the bare minimum. Players like Pjanic even, they look like world-class superstars compared to what we have right now. And they were not superstars, world-class, by the way. But they look insane compared to these guys. That's my issue right now. Again, it's not even about sacking Motta, because if you want him out, then you want him out. Like, I'm not going to debate you. Everybody has his own opinion. I would still not have sacked him, by the way. That's just my opinion, because I don't believe we're getting top 4 either way. That's just my belief, basically. But I'm not going to sit here and back players like Gatti and Vlahovic, who got thousands of chances. Cambiasso was crying for a transfer mid-season. Like, I'm not going to back these players. You've done nothing for me. If you guys leave 20 years from now, somebody brings you up, I probably forgot how you look, because you're not imprinted in my memory. Like, it is what it is, When players like Paduin have done more for the club, people will laugh about it, but they did. They actually contributed something. And people can say, oh, they were in the right moment, the right time. I don't care. They still contributed, or they left it all on the pitch, where I'm like, I'm going to remember you. I'm going to remember Giaccherini. How insane that sounds, because he's done something in meaningful games. And those were average players, by the way. I'm not going to hype them up, but I'm going to remember them. I'm not going to remember these players. No chance at all. I cannot wait until many of these are out of the door. Yeah. That is my issue, and that goes back to management. They allowed this to happen. By the way, when Vlahovic goes out on international break and speaks, when the Serbia coach talks smacks, I'm like, he hasn't scored before today for 12 games. What the hell are we talking about? And I'm somebody who actually backed Vlahovic, maybe too much. But there's a limit to everything, and this is my limit. I don't trust these players. I feel for Tudor, by the way. If he gets a tune out of these players, it's a miracle, because somehow, some way, he needs to go from PSV Empoli, Atalanta Fiorentina, starting from Monday, to go out there against Genoa and look like a team. For me, that's mission impossible with this group of players. But again, I hope he does, because I don't want the club to do well, and I don't want Tudor to fail. But actually, for the players and the club, the management, I hope he fails. For them, I hope he fails. For the fans, I do not hope he fails. But let's see. The pressure is insane. However, he accepted it, so now he's gonna need to deal with it. Okay, let's move on to. Let's go to Tudor first, and then we will go to Motta, because I wanna speak a little bit about Motta as well. But let's go to Tudor. So he's getting the job. conflicting reports. It's with the Club World Cup. Uh, People like Matteo Moretto are saying it's an option, an automatic option if he gets the Champions League qualification, and many other sources are saying it's not. It's an option the club can trigger basically, but there's some sort of agreement, understanding. Excuse me. I would kind of be surprised if the club is like, yeah, because that's the example I brought up many times. You can get Champions League by 1 point. Does that mean you deserve to stay? Like that's what I've said.
Yeah.
Like with top four, when the news was he's getting sacked if he doesn't get top four, yes or no. I'm like, that could come based to goal difference or whatever. Like that's insane. So I hope it's not true, because I hope the club can, make their own assessments at the end of the season and be like, because I don't think Tudor is a long-term coach for a team that wants to actually be serious, with all due respect, because I think he has proven that he can maybe get a tune out of it, but at one point it's gonna kind of fall down a little bit. So he's coming in. Initial feelings. What do you think? Like excited, worried, whatever.
So Conte, back in the days, came from Spezia to coach Juve.
Siena.
Siena. Sorry, black and white. Yeah. Listen. I truly believed that Motta has no chance making top four after those heavy defeats, because our bitch-like baby-minded players wanted him out or didn't have the balls to play. So he had no chance, and I feel like Tudor will come in and slap some of these youngsters around, not youngsters, like weak-minded players around, and bring some Juve DNA back with his Croatian hairy face, and I think he has it in him. With Lazio, when he jumped in that season, he did really good, and yeah, I think it has the chance to work out, and I don't know. As I said, I'm kind of excited, but I feel wrong about it. Like it doesn't feel right. But I just want him to succeed, so we can succeed. But yeah, I was really excited for Motta, and I truly believed he can do something at the club, and that's disappointing. It didn't work out because of the management, because of the players, because of everyone. And now Tudor, why not? Maybe he will be here for 10 years. We don't know. Like, we truly don't know. Although what he did at Marseille, that wasn't too good looking.
And also, really quickly, the Marseille locker room were ready to beat him up. Like,
yeah.
So to go from the locker room doesn't like Motta to this, I mean,
yeah. But I don't think. I think he's right for this squad, because these are not Marseille. I think, like, the players. I'm pretty sure at that Marseille, I can't name anyone from that squad, but I'm pretty sure there were like experienced players as well, and we don't have any basically. So I don't know. But yeah, I feel good about it, and I leave it at that for now.
I also feel good about it, obviously. It's a pity Motta didn't work out. We were all so excited when he first signed, and it's just to think about it, like, 8-9 months later, and it's just completely gone now,
Really quickly, Koopmeiners is taking a pen in the shootout,
right now?
And he's probably gonna miss it the way he's running up. Oh, he scored. He scored.
He scored?
You go.
Confidence, come on. Confidence.
Tudor came in, Koopmeiners scored, Blau scored.
Unbelievable.
Tudor announced Koopmeiners scored this penalty.
It's a sign.
It's a sign.
He's back.
But yeah, I was saying Tudor is an interesting one because there was one point I remember a few years ago. I don't remember which season it was because I've been fed up of Allegri for a while in his second stint. But I remember telling myself, you know what? I want Tudor as the next guy. And I feel like he's obviously, I'm not saying I want him now and like keep him for 5 years and that sort of thing or sign him to a long-term contract. The main reason I'm happy it's Tudor now is because I feel like he can better give that Juventinita, that grinta, so to say, like that kick in the balls that our weak-ass squad needs. Because eventually, I hope Conte comes. So it's like, it's like the appetizer for the main course in my eyes. So yeah, whether Conte comes in the summer, whether that's next season, I feel like Tudor is the good precursor to him. So yeah, that's my feelings on the matter.
Yeah, generally I agree with you guys, but I'm really worried because I don't know, this squad is very, I don't know, very weird. I don't think they can handle him, to be honest. Like if they
I was
have problems
thinking
with
that, to be
Mota,
honest, but
and
I hope.
like if they have problems with Mota, like they're gonna ask for a transfer request like in a week with Tudor. Like it's like they cannot handle him. Like he's going to slap their asses like crazy. So I don't know. I don't know. And we will even want Conte back. So imagine Conte with the squad. Like it would be hilarious. So I don't know. I don't know. I hope for the best, but I'm not very confident, to be honest.
Really,
But I think he's a good coach. I think he's a good coach, but I don't think if he doesn't get a tune of the squad, like it's really his fault. To be honest, like the damage has been done. It's just hope at this moment in time.
does does anyone, because those are the report, do you think the players will respect Tudor? Because that seems to be a problem. They don't really respect, or they don't accept Mota. Basically, will they respect Tudor? I know it's 9 games, probably not enough time to I don't know, like burn any bridges, because I like in 9 games, like being Tudor, I don't think you're gonna experiment a lot. You're just gonna go in there with the mindset of these are the players, because you don't have time in training to figure out who's like. He's probably gonna go in there already with a mindset of that's my 11 if everybody's fit and they're gonna start, and that's what I'm gonna ask him to do, and I'm going off that. If that person doesn't do, because he's a coach who likes to press up front a lot, like it's aggressive, it's man to man basically, it's really intense, and I'm thinking about like the way Koopmeiners strolls on that pitch at times, and so on. I'm like, they're not going to survive, so I think he's going to go off that, and then after a week or 2 games, excuse me, it's like, I don't have much time, it's 2 games, you've not done it, you're out, next one up, so that's why I'm like, I don't. Oh my god, that was a shit pen. I don't think he has much time to figure it out, in my opinion. So what do you like, Genoa, Saturday, excuse me. What is a realistic expectation on Saturday, besides obviously just get the win somehow? Like, what is realistic? Because everybody's back tomorrow, basically. Okay, the Italian players probably on Tuesday, but everybody's back. McKennie is done, Weah's done, Gonzalez picked up a red card, so he's done. Like, everybody will be back Monday, Tuesday. So you kind of have 4 or 5 days to go about. What is realistic on Saturday, Norbert?
Well, the minimum is that everyone should play on their own position. We need to do the basics. I think. Listen, like he jumped in the same way into that Lazio locker room. I know it's not Juventus, obviously, but he kind of win a lot of games there in that 11, and he did good. Yeah, we have the starting 11. I have the starting 11. Cambiaso is injured, so I have the 100% the starting 11 in my head. That
Keep
that
keep
should
keep that for
start.
1 sec because that was the next
Yes.
question.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the goal should be, and I think the only goal can be, is to play everyone on their own position. Nothing fancy. And somehow, because these players are not bad, they're just bad in their head. That's how I think. Like they're just weak mentally. So if he can fix that somehow, I know we don't really have time, but like he comes in, he slaps on the table. Maybe he joins them when they are playing against each other, and he tackles really hard 1-2 players to show them like I'm the boss, barking
No,
at
no,
them or
not do that because we have problems with injuries, so don't do that.
True. But somehow, if he can show who he is, maybe he can play them some old footages when he was playing or something, and who was he playing with, or something.
To inspire them somewhere.
Yeah,
Remind them which club
somehow
you're
to
playing
understand
for.
what is Juve. Yeah, exactly. So I think that's what he should do, and I kind of I would say we know him, and I think that's what he's gonna do. So I can't wait for January,
I
honestly.
must say it's nice having like a, let's say, quote unquote familiar face, in a way on the sideline. It kind of reassures you that this guy gets the club and stuff. But a guy knowing the club is not always results in something good. But we've seen that before, Pirlo. But yeah, it's I expect a win as always. I always go into a Juve game expecting a win no matter the season. But yeah, it's new manager bounce, hopefully, and let's hope not to continue the trend of ex-Juve players dunking on us, and now Miretti is gonna score, or De Winter is gonna score, or something. So let's just hope that's not the case, and we win, and like that could give us a good trajectory, hopefully.
Yeah, I expect absolutely nothing. I just hope that somehow he gets them motivated and mentally ready for the game. Somehow. I don't know how, just somehow.
You put it right.
That's all.
I expect, and people hit the like button because we only have 30 likes. I expect nothing. Like, I'm not gonna come on here 2-3 weeks. I'm like, Tudor, you suck. You're not getting the best out of it. I don't have any expectations for these 9 games. Literally none. I don't think we're making top 4. That's like, it's not gonna change because we sack Motta, because the problem for me is much bigger than just Motta. I don't see how these players magically are gonna turn it up. I don't. And if they do, that's even more worrying because I cannot trust you, because you can switch off the moment you don't like a person, which is much, much worse. Because we lost against Atalanta and Fiorentina, not just purely because technically we're poor. They just gave up. They completely gave up. That is the worrying part. If they now somehow switch it on, I'm like, who's going to stop these guys to switch off again when they don't like a certain thing? Like, that is my big thing, So, like you said, Spiros, expect absolutely nothing. It's just hope. And Malik, you used hope like 5 times. So, nobody actually believes right now, I guess. But we will talk about Tudor even more, and more things will come out, Monday, like tomorrow, Tuesday, and stuff like that. But it's not like before it even was official. I've seen. Wait, let me read out the chat really quickly, and then I will ask the question. Let me scroll up again. Giuntoli has failed miserably. This is the first time Juve fired a coach during a season in 15 years. Giuntoli backed him blindly and is put in a terrible spot because of it. Yeah. You can't buy average players and expect them to be super. The clubs overhyped them to sell expensive to us, but you might be right. Like some, obviously. Motta didn't have the right profiles he needed for his game. Yes, but still, like, he has some faults.
He also signed a lot of players.
Yeah.
Yeah, we signed like 6 new players, like complete brand new, like off the shelf. Like,
Tudor is a big gamble. Let's hope it pays off, but I agree that he shouldn't be a long-term solution, even if we make top 4. Obviously, I might be wrong. If Tudor is too much for our locker room, they wouldn't be able to handle Conte. They had a reason. treatment of Danilo, etc. Again, scroll back to 10 minutes ago. If I need to cry about Danilo and players like Gatti talking smack, and making demands, just call it a day, sell the club, change the name, whatever, stop this club. I'm sorry. Like, I'm done with this crap. And it's not a knock. I'm not calling you out, by the way. But if these players are crying over a player like Danilo, get the F out of this club. I'm sorry. Like, that's actually crazy to me. That's actually crazy, because he was rubbish. The people forget how rubbish Danilo was this season. Yeah, one good game against City. All the other games he played, I was literally on breaking point to cry. It was that bad. And these players, if that's he's good in the locker room, but when he played, he's costing you guys. If you guys do not care, fine. I do care. I care as a fan. He was costing us every single time he almost played. Get out. The problem was spending 20 million on Kelly. Again, that's on Giuntoli. But I'm not going to cry like a player like Danilo. I'm not going to back these players because they felt sorry for Danilo. Jesus Christ. Like, come on. Grow a pair. Danilo, he wouldn't even make the bench 10, 15 years ago, 8 years ago. He wouldn't even sit on the bench. And that's actually crazy. But yeah, anyways. Next question was, before even Tudor became... Danilo was still better than Kelly. That's the point. That's not the point. Nobody's going to debate that. They're both rubbish, by the way. One is slightly better. It's not going to help us, Again, Danilo leaving is not the issue. Replacing him with Kelly is the issue. Both things can be right. Yeah. Like, I don't get it. Yeah. Like, I absolutely do not get the thought process behind, but Kelly is also bad. Nobody said he's good. Like, literally nobody said Kelly is good. The problem is you replace him with crap as well. Like, you replace crap with crap. Average with average. Yeah, that's the problem.
He doesn't kiss the buzz.
Sorry?
He doesn't kiss the buzz like Danilo.
Yeah, I don't get the thought process. Again, not calling anyone out, but I just don't get it. Like, I do not get it. It's like, but we sold Chiesa and we got Gonzalez. Yeah, selling Chiesa was good, or moving Chiesa was the right solution in my opinion, because the wages, the injuries, the performances, it wasn't adding up. Paying so much for Gonzalez is also an issue. Both things can be true. But yeah, exactly. So I would kept Danilo, then waste 20 million with the worst player. Again, that's not the point. Like,
but he wanted to play.
Yeah, he wanted to play. That's one. But like, we should have moved him up. We should have replaced him better. That's the thing. Keeping Danilo was not making us any good. We were not going to be better. You have a bias with Danilo. No, I have a bias with average players. I want them out of the club. It's as simple as that. If anyone likes Danilo, fine. Like, I've watched good players. I've watched Peluso at this club, for God's sake. That's like me at the time jumping for Peluso. He puts in a shift. Buddy, you're average. You can put in the shift as much as you want. I'm not going to watch you. I'm sorry. Like, and that was in a winning squad. And I was still looking at Peluso. I'm like, I cannot wait to actually you leaving the club. Like, you're not good enough, So keep the same energy for Colt Myers and Kelly. You have not been watching the channel if you think I've not the same energy. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that's also a point. I say something. What about the other players? I just said in the last 10 videos, I hate this group of players. I do not give a shit about any of these players. I don't care. None of these players have done anything for me to back them. I don't care about these players. Like, I've seen much, much better. I'm not going to cry over this 24th squad. Because when I pick on a player, I pick on them because they got highlighted and they got praised so much where I'm like, hold on. Like, that's part of the issue. These players start believing in their own hype. That's part of the issue. That's why they believe they can step up and say, we don't want Mota. We don't want this. We give up. That's part of the issue. They get hyped. Like, I don't get why. I agree.
Honest, in the last years, like, there's like a crazy affection, like with Danilo, like with Allegri, like with Rabiot, with Fagioli.
Yeah,
like,
I see that so often.
Without any reason, like with Fagioli, like he hasn't done nothing for the club. He has never played for the club. Like, he has played like a few games here and there, like And like they talk about him like he's Iniesta or something. Like it's crazy. I don't know.
You know what
I
I
have
saw?
not seen this again.
I actually saw people quoting me saying, "We've won." Allegri fans. I'm like, what have we won? We are rubbish. We were rubbish with Allegri. We're rubbish now. How on planet Earth have you won? Like, what the hell have you won? Somebody needs to
There's
explain
always
that to
like
me.
a
What?
constant civil war.
But what have you won? We're rubbish. Like again, players over coach, coach and players over club. I'm sorry, you're not a real fan. Like people will tell you, you cannot tell me I'm a real fan, yes or no. If you put players and a coach over the club, you're not a fan of the club. It's as simple as that. I don't care. I said Danilo's a new Peruvian type of player. That's it, and Kelly is worse. But okay, like fine. Other topic, Kelly might be worse. They're both ass. Like, if you want to talk about who's slightly worse, then fine. I don't have time for that. Okay. Before he signed, I've seen 10 potential lineups. Many just the same, like literally the same. You had your 11 names, Norbert. So you go. What are your 11 names?
That's the starter. That's the only starter that can be. So yeah. With Lazio, he played 3-4 2-1, and with us, I think it can really work. He also said he really loves Vlahovic, so I put Vlahovic as a striker.
Tudor out.
And I saw the stupidity from Giovanni Albanese and I don't know other crooks that we will play with 2 strikers. Yeah, sure, buddy. We only have 2 strikers. Come on.
Because Milik doesn't exist anymore. Milik is a figment of our imagination.
So I do Di Gregorio as a goalkeeper, obviously, and well, unfortunately, we have to play with Gatti, Renato Vega on the left, and Kalulu on right. As a three defense, this 3-man defense. On the left, since Cambiaso, I think it's injured. I think he will not play against Genoa. So McKennie is the only option as a left wing back. Right wing back is well. There is no one else, honestly. This squad is really not built to a 3-man defense, to be honest. So it's interesting. And in the midfield, that's where the strength comes, I feel, because Thuram and Locatelli as a pair, and in front of them, Yildiz and Cope Miners, and then the striker is Vlahovic. And this is the only starting 11 that can be against Genoa, and I would not accept anything else. And we will see. But yeah, we have like wingers now, like Bangula and Consensao, who cannot play anywhere else, only on the wings. So I don't know how is he gonna use them. And I have other questions as well, but yeah, I can really feel this working, depending on how Cope Miners is gonna play. Because if Tudor watch this season, then Cope Miners is in big trouble. But I just can't see him starting him. Yeah. So we will see. But this is my starting 11, and we're gonna beat Genoa with this team.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need to speak anymore because that's also my lineup. But I would have been interested to see a 3-4-3 with the same midfield, same defense, but the front 3 being Vlahovic, Colomoni, and Yildiz. But yeah, other than that, I don't think that's really realistic. But I don't know, Tudor can be cuckoo sometimes. So
yeah, but he likes to attack in the middle. So
yeah, he likes to attack.
think.
Yeah, that's why. So that's why. But Cope Miners played that role at Atalanta. That 3-4-2-1 double 10 position thingy. So I don't know. Maybe it brings the best out of him. But after what I've seen this season, my expectations are here. So we'll see. But yeah, same exact lineup to be realistic.
I want to say something else. I just imagined Milik coming back and saying, "Where is Allegri?" Like,
Yes. Yes.
He's not coming back, by the way. He's done.
Yeah, again, he had a test, no, like last week, and he's still
Yeah.
not cleared to.
No, he's not
Bro,
setting.
how long I haven't seen him play since the Monza game, like the last game of which felt like a friendly anyway. So like,
He's
In
done.
the
Like,
Euros, he played like 15 minutes, no, or something.
no, he got
did
injured
he?
before.
He
got
that's
injured.
it.
He got injured
He got
before.
injured on the friendly.
Yeah, in the friendly build-up, and he's not gonna play a single minute for the club. That
He's been
contract.
injured before the Euros. Wow.
Yeah, before the Euros. It's
Crazy.
actually insane, but um, again, I don't expect, like, I don't know what to do. Like, I can put 10 lineups out there. I still do not trust these players. So figure it out, Tudor, and figure out a win, because that's what it is right now. You need to win. Final topic, and then we will wrap up the show. It's obviously Mota, because he's gone. He was chilling on holiday in Lisbon, which I would do if I was reading that type of news as well. So he's out. It failed completely. I don't know how he must be feeling right now, because I think he started. I'm still waiting for something insane to come out, which led to this point, in my opinion, because it came out of nowhere that he got sacked after this week, and the talks. Something must have happened. I know there are leaks from Gazzetta dello Sport saying that he talked with Scanavino and Giuntoli, and they didn't like the solutions he brought up basically in that meeting. And I was just imagining Scanavino listening to it. I'm like, I do not like that. I'm like, yeah, that's also like, that's one, a false story, or two, it's real and it's actually sad. That Scanavino's like, what, you want to do that? No, we're not going to do that. I don't trust. Like, it's actually insane. But I don't even know what that meeting was about, because what do you expect from Mota in that instant? That he's gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna play this, and this. I'm gonna pull the fullback here. I'm like, there is no talk. It is what it is. I think something crazy happened to go from that to this in 2-3 days, basically. Because Giovanni Albanese said nothing gonna happen. Chill weekend, and he was wrong again. Unbelievable, crazy, impossible. But
That's hilarious, man.
he was wrong. Fabiano Della Valle,
He's such
same
a funny
guy,
journalist, man. Honestly.
same Fabiano Della Valle again. Hype to the moon and back. Absolutely rubbish. Mancini is ready to sign, and he was not ready to sign. Because the news is out there that Alcon said no, like absolutely not, no shot whatsoever. But I do feel for Mota. Again, it's a win now business. But when they started a 3-year project, to be sitting here in this situation, I gotta feel for everybody. The fans, that like especially, and him, because it's a bad situation. The reports out there, it's gonna cost 20 million. That is if he's gonna sit on the couch like Allegri did for the next 2 years and collect this money, which I don't think he's gonna do. By the way. I still think he was a good coach. I think he will be great in the future.
With the right squad.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, when I read that stuff, it's like, oh, the locker room cannot. I'm like, the Bologna locker room was perfectly fine, and yes, pressure whatsoever, but like, we're not winning stuff, so there's not real pressure at this club right now. The bare minimum is the pressure. Like I said, some bang average footballers get hyped like they are insane talents. That's the level at the club right now, and they still cannot deal with it. I'm like, just that's insane. But he's gone. I do feel for him. Like I said, I'm not gonna cry about anyone, because I only care about the club, as I always do. But it's a messed up situation. I think nobody would have expected that. 8 months or whatever into it. I don't like that he's getting sacked over the phone again. That's weak. That's weird. That's actually disgusting as well. Yeah, he was in Lisbon, but like still, like, you had many opportunities to do that. I guess that's just another thing I'm looking at. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, you don't do that. Own up to it, Giuntoli. Maybe fly over and tell him in person you owe him that, basically, because you started it with him. And again, it goes back to just a weak management. But what is your final thoughts on or final for now? Final, because I think things will come out. But what is your final thought?
Yeah, I feel for him. Like he signed the contract with the big buzzwords project until 2027. And then I hope it was at least like a Zoom or something, so it's face to face, not like actual phone call, you know. But still, it's disgusting either way. And I wish him the best. And with the right environment and the right group of players, I think he can do well. And I think he should. Now he can go to PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, because they really wanted him over there.
I think he will stay in Italy. I think
Milan.
Yeah, probably Milan.
I can see that. That's on the board. I can see that.
Yeah, I can very much.
Maybe-
Oh wow,
maybe Roma.
Inter fans are gonna hate the hell out of it.
I think they
Yeah,
already do, but
Yeah, they're
be
gonna
honest-
be added, you know.
I don't think he would do well in Milan.
I think they will get Allegri there.
They're cursed. So.
sorry.
I think they will get Allegri.
Nah, I think no team is getting Allegri.
I think Allegri is gonna be couch surfing for.
Yeah, I don't-
I hope they're getting Allegri.
I don't know. I think
I
Milan
want
will,
to.
will do
I
something
really
with-
want to see Allegri back. By the way, not
Yes.
at Juve, but like at another team. I just want to witness it. You know, like out of curiosity.
But then again, they
No.
will get Mladic, no? So maybe no.
I'm just so fed up these people who are always mentioning Allegri that I'm so done with it that I
He
want to-
founded the
want to
club.
see-
He founded
Man,
the
it's
club
it's
in
it's it's, like-
97.
it's like they're not Juve fans. They're Allegri.
They're not Juve fans.
All
like
these
that, so-
apology forms I see.
are
on
Allegri
Twitter,
sexuals.
Oh my god, man, it's
They are Allegri
insane. by the way.
sexuals. Yeah,
I thought the Ronaldo fanboys were bad when he was still at the club, but
You know
these
what it
Allegri
is?
sexuals are on a madness.
You know what it is? A lot of these people started watching Juve when Conte was there, maybe, and Allegri took over. That's it. You know, it's like that's the proof. It's out there. So I need to start ignoring these people. They've not watched Zaccaroni, Del Neri. They've not watched Serie B at all. Even if I was young back then, I've watched. I remember that Rimini game again. I will forever remember that. I was there. I was watching that game. You know, they have not been there, and that's why they believe it's Allegri, and that's the only thing happened to this club right now. You know, and that's kind of the thing, I guess. But
So, yeah, I feel bad for Motta, but I think it was inevitable. Like he had to go. Like there was nothing to do.
Yeah, and to dot the I's and cross the T's and give my final remarks on Motta, it's well, it's a shame. You know, there was a lot of promise, but things didn't work out the way they did, and you know, I thank him for the Inter game because I was there, and it's a memory I'm gonna hold for a very long time. For the Leipzig game that sold us lots of dreams, but led to
By the
playoff
way, we beat
elimination,
Inter like what was it, a month ago, a month and a week.
Yeah,
So,
I know, it's insane, man. I was there. The vibes were amazing. It was so good, man. But yeah, the Leipzig game sold us so many false promises, and it's a shame because even that City game, like, thing is, it was a constant season of, oh, this is a good result. Maybe we can improve, and then it just gets worse and worse. And the last two games were just, unbelievably bad. And when you lose a locker room as weak mentally as the players are, you can't really stay after that. Like Asfiros said, the players unfortunately won, which is, crazy. But yeah, I wish him all the best. I'm sure he'll be a good coach in the future. I wish him all the luck, except when it's against Juve. And yeah, we'll see him as an opponent soon.
Yeah, sad for him. But I actually want to ask something. Do you think he fell off with the players because they weren't the right players for him? Like maybe he was asking things that they cannot do, so it
Yeah.
was kind of inevitable to happen. So and
Potentially.
come back and say like Giuntoli's fault was that, like
So
he
the Bologna was a better squad for him than Juve.
no, not like not like quality wise, like characteristics wise, Like if you
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get what you're trying to
ask
say.
Gatti to play the ball, like I don't know, like and Giuntoli gets you Kelly in January, so I'm like, yeah, not happening anytime soon, to be honest. I think he's at fault as well because he Koopmanis didn't work out like Douglas Luiz. I don't know if he really wanted him, but yeah, I don't know. Like some players, I don't think they fit him at all. Like, and I think the players like that he really fell off. I think they don't really fit us as well. Like that modern system, like Vlahovic, like Gatti. I don't know.
Yeah, we knew
Cambiaso
that before
was
he
a
even
weird one, to
signed,
be
to
honest.
be honest, though.
What? Sorry.
We knew that before Motta even signed. Like, I remember there
Yeah.
was a live us saying, like,
You-
oh, will these players even fit into Motta's system? And we mentioned Vlahovic, we mentioned Gatti.
You know what's crazy?
You know?
That Vlahovic is pissed off, and I remember the fans being pissed off for Motta coming out and defending him with his life early on the season. Remember when Vlahovic was stinking it
I
out, and he
remember
was
that
like,
Motta kept defending him.
he's doing well and he's working hard, the goals, whatever. It's more about he was defending him, and now he's the guy who's like pissed off. Like that's why I don't believe Tudor will turn around. That's the squad. That's the players we have. They got defended by the coach until the coach was like, okay, it's done. Like you're not actually helping out right now. Call him, and then as the players are like, oh, you don't trust me. I'm like, man, piss off. Like he defended you in the media when the fans were ready to kind of lynch you at the time.
Yeah,
And he was
remember
defending you, which made it worse because fans were turning on Motta, saying you're talking rubbish and stuff like that. And now these same players are are running him over. I'm like, that's why I cannot believe in these group of players. They're insane. They're actually insane. Somebody brought up the Krasic goal against Lazio. Good times. Last minute, fake title race. I think that was a goal that put us at first place at that moment in time. I think, or second with a couple of points off. We finished 7th.
One of my earliest memories was Krasic's hat-trick against Cagliari.
Oh yeah, the new Nedved. Good times.
Yeah, the new Nedved, exactly.
Good times. Okay, people, we are gonna wrap this one up. It's been an insane two days. Let me say 2 days, and this week will be. It will be weird because you will have new coach working with reports out there, and you will have some weird reports surrounding Motta Giuntoli coming out at the same time. So it will be a very, very weird climate, in my opinion. However, I am looking forward to Tudor's first presser because I want to hear what he has to say. Like, I really want to hear what he has to say. I also believe that Giuntoli will, or somebody at the club will make a statement this week. I think they need to, by the way. I think they absolutely need, somebody needs to speak, and explain what the hell happened, I guess, which I think will happen at this moment in time. But I'm looking forward to Friday and see what Tudor has to say. I'm not looking forward to the game at all. But yeah, it is what it is. I've not
I
been...
actually have a different feeling. I think Giuntoli will disappear, to be honest. I have this kind of weird feeling. I think we will not see him again, to be honest, this season. I don't know. I think because he didn't pick him, so I don't see him coming out to talk about him. So
I think he has no choice. I mean, because the first, you know what's going to happen in that first presser. If nobody makes a statement before that, it's going to be an awkward first presser for Tudor as well. And if you start off on the bad foot again, with, putting him out there, in front of the Lions, then it's a bad start already. You need to do something. You need to address the media, let them ask all the question, answer them, and wrap it up and give Tudor a clean slate. Because you cannot have a situation where the first question is, do you think you can fix a locker room? Motta broke. Like, it's already gone at that moment in time. Like, an explanation should have been given before. That's my opinion. Will it happen? We will see. You might be right.
Sorry. Yeah, but do we really want Giuntoli or Scanavino to talk about him?
No, I don't. I don't want to hear those guys, but those are the guys in place. Those are the guys who need to do it. I'd rather have them doing it than Tudor sitting there being like, I cannot answer that. I can ask him meaningful questions, like questions a fans can talk about or like pick something out. That's just my thing. But you might be right, and nothing will come
I
out.
just feel like when they speak, I think they make it worse, to be honest. So I don't know.
I
I
think
think
so.
Yeah,
the best
I
option
think
is like
he's right.
Erkan to come out and say something. Like Erkan should come out because
That's too busy
Cannavino,
with
like,
Ferrari, though.
come on, like
No,
I won't call
no,
that busy, but
Erkan will bury him in the backyard or something. Not literally, but
we will see. We will see. Okay, people. Like the video on your way out, or if you're rewatching it, like the video as well. Subscribe to the channel. I'm not sure what's gonna happen this week because I might do a podcast with somebody who's not been on the channel a very, very long time, and I'm not so sure if that's gonna take place. If not, then maybe. Not maybe. I think Tuesday or Wednesday will be a call-in show. One of the 2 days, or Friday. Maybe Friday. That will make more sense, I think, on Friday. But there will be a call-in show this week, and then we will see what will happen in the next couple of days. I think a lot of ugly leaks will come out, but what's new with this club? Anyways, thanks for watching, and have a good evening. Ciao.